Welcome to Kranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise, and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Kranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? You can see I'm not totally prepared, right? I'm rushing around here trying to get this started. Yeah, it's worked out. That's what I'd like. Everyone doing out there in YouTube land. Today we're here for another Arsenal versus some other team. On Wednesday, it was the Atletico Madrid. Today is one of our nemesis, Fulham. I think we've only beaten them 2 of our last 5 games against them. So it should make for a very interesting game today. Looking forward to the game. I see we have a very unique. Bless up everyone out there. I was watching Word Relays this morning. I have a suggestion for the J3A. Some people stay at them yard. I don't care if we got a World Championship. A World Relay Championship. Stay at them yard. Women did well in the mixed relays. Well, I shouldn't say women. The men and women did well in the mixed relays. Women did well in the 4x1 because they didn't have their A team. But the men's 4x1 was embarrassing, actually. Embarrassing. Shouldn't be the case. But we're not here to talk track and field. By the way, I'm going to do a show later this evening. I'm going to talk some track and field. I'm going to talk some EPL. I'm going to talk some basketball. And I have another surprise topic, which I'm going to talk about, which will be in the thumbnail when you see it. Should be a good dialogue. So come join me this evening. Should be fun. So today's a big game for Arsenal. And as you can see from the starting lineup, there are some changes. If you look for the Arsenal team, we have Raya in goal. No surprise. He plays all the EPL matches and all the Champions League matches. Not the cups, and we've got knocked out of the cups. Let me take a comment first before I go further. Erica said, Kranky, you don't hear speech. Everybody on the streets in Jamaica said he does good job. Only Kranky, Ryan, and Ricardo don't like him. Oh, he called names specifically? He did? Okay, if he call my name out, I'll text him, Say, Rudolph, I get under your skin. You sure he said my name or the names of the YouTubers, or he just said some YouTubers don't like him? And by the way, people, I'm going to get into that big time this evening. We'll have a conversation this evening. That's part of the conversation. But now you just see him old recipe thing we talk about. Different, same generic conversation, different way of approaching it, and how we're going to engage about it. But we'll talk about that later. But that should be interesting. So here's the Arsenal team. Ryan go White at right back, and White has not played well. Gabriel and Saliba, the two rocks tournament at Jamaica in the middle. And Calafiori, the man who get injured by waking up. When Calafiori wake up and gets concerned, okay, he might injure himself. What me might I'm saying injured since he joined us. And he was injured for Italy. I was injured when he was in Italy. It's not a good thing. But hopefully he's a good player. Hopefully he's up for the thing today. Up for the road today. By the way, as the coming people hit the like button. Then the midfield. In the midfield, we finally made a change we should make a long time. And by the way, people, those of you who know me, I've been calling for this for a while now. Even recently. And a friend of mine, I hope he's watching. I talked to him about this and said, we can't make changes late in the season to do this. I said Lewis Kelly should be in the 8th position and Rice should be in the 6th. I don't think Lewis Kelly should be in the 6th. I think he should be in the 8th. Rice should be in the 6th. Because Rice has a range. The women doesn't have range, even though the women may be rested for the game on Tuesday. But this midfield is much more dynamic. Lewis Kelly, Eze, and Rice. We're going to have probably less control. There's going to be more errors in the midfield, but a much more dynamic midfield. Lewis Kelly is the only midfielder right now, and Eze to some extent, who drives by people, who can run by people and leave them behind because he has the dribble and he takes more risk and he's not a slave of the system. And then we have Eze, who can score a goal because the rest of the people up top can't score goals on their own. Saka has been out of form. Trossard, I have no idea why he's playing, but hopefully he plays well today. And Gokares, who's Titanic, who can't play football, but if you give him the ball in front of the goal, he'll kick it in the goal. We have a strong bench. Mascara, Nkape, Martinelli, Jesus, who I don't think has gotten enough opportunity. Norgard, Madueke, Zubimendi, and Dauman. I think Norgard, I think Dauman, and Jesus should get more opportunities. We'll see what happens today. But it's a much more dynamic team. Lewis Kelly can make a pass between the line. So can Eze. That's not Rice forte. So it should be really interesting how we play today. But I'm pleased with the lineup, apart from Trossard, to be honest. It should be a tough game. Fulham is a good team. As you can see their lineup. They have Leno in goal, Castagne, Anderson, Bassi, and Robinson, the defense. Reed, Lukic, and Wilson in the midfield. And then ESR, Chukwueze, and Raul, who's up front. So should be a good game. If you look at... So I'm looking forward to this, by the way. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to the game, actually. I know what's happening to my system. My system is starting to mess up for some reason. Let me see if I can do this. Give me 1 second, people. I have to take a phone call. Very important. All right, I want to apologize for that. I don't know what I'm showing up here. I'm showing the wrong thing. Let me take this down, people. I got discombobulated a little bit. I'm trying to go with Premier League standing. I don't know why that pop up. People. I'm trying to give you the standing. Let me try to find it someplace else. I had to take that. Was an emergency phone call. I have some family situation I'm dealing with. But let me see if I can find the Premier League standing, and which I think is important to talk through, given where we are not. Let's see if I can pull it up. So if you look at the table, see if I can expand this table out. As you can see from the table, we are on 73 points. Man City's on 70. And those are the two teams fighting. Man U's too far away. They're 9 points, like 12 points behind us. They're not in the mix. So this is an Arsenal City 2-horse race. If we win today, we're going to be 6 points ahead of them. And you probably have the points in hand. It may come down to goal difference. Obviously, they've beaten us twice. So if goal difference ties, we still lose because they've beaten us, taking 4 points from us. But as you can see, they have 70 points. We have 73. We have a 1 goal difference, but we play 1 game more. They're playing Everton tomorrow, which should be an interesting game. And let's see how that materializes. It will be, I expect it to be a difficult game for them. And I expect today to be a difficult game. Fulham is in 10th place, as you can see here. They're in 10th place. So they're looking to get to Europe. They have 48 points. If they win today, they're on 51. 51 would take them up to tie up with Brentford. 6th place get into Europe. Fulham has a lot to play for. Now, the game is at the Emirates, and I would expect us to do well. All right? I expect us to do well. So let's see what happens. Let me see a comment here. He said 4 YouTubers overseas. I know it's you, JD, and Ryan and Ricardo overseas will beat them. Good work. You and Ryan are advocate for Jane. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Somebody said to me the other day that somebody put a text in one of my video I did and said, why am I taking credit for what another YouTuber is doing? Why am I taking the credit? And I find that an interesting comment because I've been doing this for a while. I'm not trying to beat anybody. I'm just laying out what transpires. So we'll talk about that this evening. We're here to talk about Arsenal. We'll talk about it later. I'm doing a show later, probably about 8:30, somewhere around there. I'm doing a show. And by the way, if you're in the chat, please hit the like button. I'm doing a show. I'm trying to do more of these watch-alongs, people, so I can get more interest, more support in this space, not just do Jamaica football, which I've been doing mainly of late. So hit the like button and let's hope that Arsenal produces today. I am very pleased, as I said before. Let me put the lineup back up. I'm very pleased with the fact that we have a more dynamic midfield. Zubomendi is a system footballer. He plays well within a system, but there's no differentiating quality about him. There's nothing, no dynamism. Think about it. He controls it. He pass it back to Gabriel. He pass it to Saliba. He goes into space. He gives it to Rice. He comes back into space. And when you have a dynamic team playing you, he doesn't have the range to cover the space as quickly as Rice does, or even as Lewis Kelly does. Lewis Kelly should be in the midfield because Lewis Kelly has been exposed at left back. Last year, he was brilliant. He came on against City 2.5 years ago, played well when we tied him with 10 men at their place. I think Trossard got a red card. He played last season, played well, but this season he's been exposed. He doesn't have the pace, and sometimes the awareness is not there, and sometimes he takes unnecessary risk. I've always called him out for trying to shield the ball and getting pushed off the ball and then put us under pressure. But in midfield, he'll have a defense behind him. He'll have, well, not necessarily Calafiori, because Calafiori plays more the inverted, but he'll have Gabriel, he'll have Saliba behind him. He'll have Rice to help him cover. And what this gives us now is when we play Nkappi at left back, he only goes out wide. He can't play the inverted. If you notice, he goes out wide, which normally forces Martinelli in, and Martinelli is uncomfortable playing in that all sort of falls 8.5, 9 role. But now we have a true inverted in Calafiori. It's going to be interesting to see how Calafiori and Lewis Kelly work because they both play similar when they play on the left side. Now, the question, who plays the 6 and who plays the 8? Is Lewis Kelly going to play the 8 or is he going to play the 6? I prefer him to play the 8 because I need my midfielder to run past people and create mismatches, force the defense to move, which then gives opportunity for his strikers. What Lewis Kelly will also bring is that pass between the line, which may get Gyökeres in, even though Gyökeres is like a statue to me. Last game, he was trying to run the channels and he wasn't getting any service. But then a lot of times when he run the channels, he doesn't do well with the ball, except this last time he find Odegaard, who didn't convert. So we'll see what happens. But I am pleased with the lineup, actually. And let's hope this lineup can do the job today. It's going to be a difficult game. And let's see where Saka is. Saka has had a very tough season. And probably all these time when Saka has been playing so much football, that may have affected him. Now, it was my understanding that Odegaard was okay. Then someone said he has a knee injury. And now he's not even on the bench. So that doesn't make sense to me. I know Havertz is out. I know Timber is out. But now it seems like he's out. Sir Urquhart says, at this point of the season, you really start Lewis Kelly in a must-win game. This midfield will be exposed. Lewis Kelly's smiley confidence is low. I agree. Rice play 6. I think I'm going to be shown to be a genius today. Urquhart Bent, a genius. Watch. Lewis Kelly going to be the difference in this game. The kid has a lot of ability on the ball, and he must be seeing something in training to play him. I understand people think it's late in the season, but you know what? In the Premier League, Arsenal players, the Rice, Zubamendis of the world, have the 6 of the top 10 minutes played in the Premier League by players. Arsenal has the players, I think it's 6 players in the top 6. Some ridiculous number. That doesn't make any sense, people. That means they're burnt out. You see Rice half the time, as in college Jamaica, Rice bus. Halfway through game nowadays, Declan Rice is tired. Dying, tired, burnt out. And that can't continue. So let me just see. I'm looking at this. This year in the Premier League, minutes played this season. League minutes. The top 10 is in this order. Raya has played 3,060 minutes. Declan Rice, 28.51. Zuamende, 28.35. Jurriën Timber, 24.54. And Timber's been injured for a while, and he still played 24.54. Gabriel, 24.36. Actually, this is in Europe. This is not even the Premier League. Because we have Warren Zaire-Emery, 23.60. William Saliba, 23.44. And Luis Diaz, 22.83. So of the top leagues in Europe, minutes played by players, Arsenal has 6 of the top 8. That's not sustainable, people. At this time, them, as in St. Jamaica, they're burnt out. Rice has played 28.51. And it's not like Rice is playing, just jogging like Ozil used to do. And they say Ozil run a lot, running the same space. He's putting in real sprinting. It's not sustainable. You're killing off the players. Raya, Rice, Zuamende, Timber, Gabriel Saliba. 6 of the top 7 in Europe. That can't be good, people. So putting in Lewis Kelly at this point, when people are tired, Zuamende played the third most minute. He played 26 minutes less than Rice. Now we need Rice, but I think Lewis Kelly may be an upgrade on Zuamende. That may sound like heresy, but I actually do think Zuamende does the basic well. I don't see him. I don't see him being a difference maker. So I'm looking forward to this game. Hugh Williams says the Jamaican YouTubers are looking favors and likes from the likes of Speed and Joseph, so they can't be objective and impartial. Look, it's not by chance that the YouTubers are speaking out or overseas, but the YouTubers are different from traditional media in Jamaica. I am going to have some empathy for them to say, when you're on the island, it's a different situation than when you're abroad, right? I think you have more latitude, more leeway, more flexibility, and you don't have this draconian defamation laws where in Jamaica, if you breed somebody's name, you can get sued. If you're overseas and they sue you, they don't understand that you may not be subject to the same requirements. And even if you are, it's kind of harder to prove in terms of what defamation is, because where do you have jurisdiction if you're in Jamaica and somebody's in the US and they're saying something and that may not be malicious, because the rules and requirements that are for each jurisdiction are different, and there's much more latitude in the US than they have in Jamaica. In Jamaica, if the person who interviews you, if you're interviewing somebody and they say something defamatory against the person, you can be held liable, even though you don't support it and you may have disclaimers. It doesn't matter. Jamaica set the defamation laws to benefit their politicians, so nobody can criticize them. That's a fact. Anyway, so looking forward to this game today. It should be a good game. I'm sure Fulham, who are looking to go to Europe, are encouraged by where they are. As I showed before, they're currently in 10th place. If they win today, they jump all the way up to 6. Obviously, Brighton is at 50, but they played one more game than Fulham. Bournemouth at 49. They played same amount of game as Fulham. Chelsea at 48. Fulham at 48. It's kind of interesting. Everton at 47. Sunderland 47. So there's a lot of teams. You can go all the way down to Newcastle, can still go to Europe if they win all their games. Newcastle only have 3 more games, so the maximum they can have is 54 points, while, for example, Brentford could end up at 60 points. So, interesting season. It should be a really good game today. We're 8 minutes before game time. Let me know what you think the score is going to be in today's game. I have Arsenal winning by 2-1. Let me know what you think the score will be in this game, actually. And who you think will score for Arsenal. My hope is that Saka, who has had a lot of time to rest, even though he's been recovering from injuries. Trossard, who hasn't scored a goal in 2026. I think last goal he scored was December or November. So which is really bad. Gokares, who can score, but you have to feed him. And in a little box. You can't put Gokares out wide because he's He runs afoul of everything. It's just not his forte. So Nitro says Gunners 2-1. So Nitro and I have the same prediction. I have Gunners 2-1 also. I think it'll be a tough game. I think Fulham plays us well. Now for Fulham, Sessegnon is out and Iwobi, I thought, is out. So Iwobi, who covers a lot of ground, is a very good player for them and can play in multiple positions. Started at Arsenal, as you know, came through the academy, was a winger. When he went to Everton, I think they had some emergency. They moved into midfield, and the rest is history. He's played midfield ever since and played really, really well. And also plays for Nigeria. And like Jamaica, he'll be watching the World Cup from the stands. But may play if he so chose, in the Unity Cup, where Jamaica plays Zimbabwe and Nigeria plays against... Jamaica plays India and Nigeria plays Zimbabwe. And the winners will play in the final. Jamaica expect to beat India, but you never know. Hugh Williams says, I pronounced the H this time, people. Hugh Williams says, Gunners 1, Fulham 0. The problem for Gunners is this on scoring. It's bad, like really, really bad. Think about it. What Saka has? About 6 goals this season in the Premier League, who normally gets about double figures. Martinelli has, I think, 1. Gokares has what, 12? Who else? Eze has a few, but 5 came against Spurs. So it's like scored recently against Newcastle. I think he has about 7 in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta go check the numbers. Nigel says, hopefully the Forever Gunners and Fulham team gives us an easy game. You really? People, I can tell you this. When we play against your old club, when I've been in those situations, you want to play well against them to prove to them that, you know what, they made a mistake in not having you on their team. That's probably your biggest game of the season. So that's not happening. Leno, Smith Rowe, who else is there? Well, Iwobi's not there today. Yeah, they have a few Arsenal players. They're like how we buy from Chelsea, they buy from us. So let's see. It should be a good game. Looking forward to the game. Bless up, Peter. Thanks for joining. Peter, what's the score for the game today? So truly looking forward to today's game. Should be a good game. I am, and by the way, people, as I said before, I am having a show this evening. I don't know what time yet. I will talk about the EPL games for today. I'll talk about a little bit about the World Track and Field Championship. I'll talk about the NBA because it's heating up playoffs. But I have a juicy topic to talk about related to Jamaica football. So you should join me. We can talk about it. It'll be a good conversation. Good conversation. I'll make it worth your while. Peter says 2-1 Arsenal. So we're very conservative. I said 2-1. Nitro said 2-1. Hugh Williams says 1-0. So yeah, very conservative. Fulham is playing well though, especially Wilson. He's having a really good season. Really good season. And I put Gokares up there because I expect him to score. People, your view on the midweek Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid, was it a penalty when Eze got, I don't want to use the word foul, he got stepped on in the box. I want to use that word. There's so much debate about whether it's a foul or not, it's a penalty or not, and I don't even think it's debatable. In fact, and even if it's not debatable, say it's not a penalty, if the ref give the penalty and it's not clear and obvious that it was a mistake, you can't overturn it. And the refs, in this case, to me, are not following the rules governing what VAR requirements are. I see Eze walking out. The teams are walking out. Looking forward to today's game. The people, those of you who play football, wouldn't you love to play like on the Emirates Stadium? That field looks so immaculate. Like, ridiculous. I remember I was talking to somebody at one of my companies I work at once, and he was saying that he was a senior executive of my company, and he loves cricket. He's from India, and he was saying that they got to play some charity match at Lord's. You know, Lord's sort of the home of cricket in some respects, and he got to play in that charity match. And I always thought, I'd love to play a charity match at the Emirates. That would be awesome. Herka says, not a penalty, but the on-the-field decision should have stand, seeing that there weren't any clear and obvious error. Yeah. Yeah, people have different views on that. I thought it was a penalty. Maybe people can call it soft or not soft. It's like being a little bit pregnant. It is what it is. It's a penalty. You step on his toe and the ball is gone, it's a penalty. And if you're gonna run 15 angles and take 15, 20 minutes, it's like Jamaica against DR Congo when they were reviewing the goal and they missed the most obvious thing. So they're reviewing the goal over, left, right, center, and they missed the handball. That makes no sense to me. That makes no sense. Or they probably think we can't tell if it's a handball or not, so we can't overturn it. Riker was given a goal. Now, if that's the case, that's the right decision because you can't tell if it's a handball or not and the goal scored. That's how the rule's supposed to work. Hugh Williams said, just to digress a bit, Kranky, don't you think that the only way Jamaica football can move forward is to get rid of speed and its obvious biases and move forward with just about any coach? Now, Jamaica's situation is not just the coach. It's not just speed. By the way, people, I have nothing against Rudolph Speed, you know. I have nothing against Rudolph Speed. I wish Rudolph Speed the best in everything that he does. I just don't believe failure should run my football. I just don't. And the conflicts have to go or have to be better managed. Right? So the problem Jamaica has is this. And I hate to go Jamaica where we're going to start this game, but Jamaica needs to leverage the diaspora to run the football. Just think about this, people. England used to have a Division 1 football league before they went to Premier League. It was mainly English players. They were way behind Italy, for example, were dominant in the late 80s. When they expand the Premier League and lessen the requirements to play in England, they became the number 1 league. Jamaica is trying to engage and bring in people only locally to run the football. The problem is Jamaica don't have enough intellectual capital or talent to run the football. It's a fact. And it's shown up. Because people always say, well, Speed is the only person we have who can do X, Y, Z. Because you narrow who you deem to be able to run your football. Go overseas and get some people who have Jamaican born or Jamaican heritage to run the football. Sorry. You can't convince me otherwise. Then you expand the pool of available individuals who have run the football, including the coaching. You have a better chance of being successful. It's a fact. This whole concept of we have to go local, it's a bit of nonsense. Mexico allow people overseas to vote in some of their elections. Jamaica can allow people overseas to run the football. They may not live in Jamaica. The coaches don't want to live there who want overseas. But they can work and go back and forth. Expand who can run the football. The people who run the football don't have the capability, some of them, to run the football. Nice people, sound okay. They don't have some of the gravitas that's needed. The game is off. Long kick by Fulham over the top to be headed up by Gabriel as normally. Plays down back to just so Lewis Kelly is playing. Lewis Kelly, I think is playing the 8, which is what I wanted. Not the 6. Not the 6. Arsenal with the ball. Calafiori to Gabriel. Fulham players down already. The game just started. And Reed is down. Yeah, and I think that's what I said. I mean, you can't fail and run my football. You just can't. Not when you got such an easy route to get there. Yeah, and I'm not against speed, actually, people. I don't want people to think I'm against speed. So I'll talk about some of that this season because a friend of mine gave me a hard time about that. I'm not against speed. I'm not against anybody in the JFF. Maybe Roy Simpson. I just think he said something which I have a problem with. Seriously have a problem with about foreign players. But I don't have a problem. I think speed would have been good from the context of he's very focused now on bringing in foreign players, which most people in Jamaica aren't. So anyway, Arsenal with the ball. We're in a minute and a half in. Scored tied at 0. Fulham trying to press. Saliba coming forward. Trying to go over the top. Brilliant ball into Eze. Eze missed control. Fulham trying to play their way out, but it's tough. Gokares came back from an offside position. Lewis Kelly at the ball. She's it really well. Lewis Kelly coming forward. Fine Calafiori ball. Hit up Calafiori. Lewis Kelly has it to Trossard. Trying to shoot across the box. That's close. People, Lewis Kelly going to make a big difference today. Trust me. Trust me. Really good turn by Lewis Kelly. He should have probably found Calafiori the first time. He waited. Found him the second time, but ball hit Calafiori. I think Trossard should have tried to cross to the far post, but he didn't. Try to shoot. Trossard has not had a good season. So it's a goal kick to Fulham. We're 2.5 minutes in. Score tied at 0. We're trying to go long. Here comes Calafiori. Beat his man nicely. Plays it to Eze. And he hit it short for Eze. Eze try to win it back. Ball into Saka. Saka, bad touch. Arsenal really pressing Fulham, actually. They must have seen something in their game which they like. Pressing really, really hard. And Fulham has done a good job of going through. Fulham is trying to beat the second line of defense, then isolate the center back. So we'll see what happens. Chukwueze against White. I don't like this. He beats White with a good cross. Plays out by Rice. White can't play nobody one-on-one. He just doesn't have that in his blocker. You need to get Eze some ball just on top of the box so he can shoot the goal. Ball played up by Saliba. Back to Fulham. I think there are going to be goals in this game today. I can sense it. Bassi trying to fight Chukwueze. Ball into Eze. Eze got dispossessed. Eze had the pass into Lewis Kelly. I don't know why he hesitated. I don't know why he hesitated. Arsenal trying to pressure. Fulham trying to go over the top. Game is very scrappy right now. We are 4.5 minutes in. Arsenal versus Fulham. Arsenal are in first place in the Premier League, but Man City has a game in hand. Here comes Arsenal. Ball plays into Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly coming forward. Goes wide to Saka. Saka has it isolated. And he waits probably too long. Could have gone by the player if he had the speed. Pass the ball back to Saliba, to White. Gonna go back to Saliba. Gonna go across to Gabriel. We should go to Calafiori right away, but he waits. And just not a smart play by Gabriel. Saliba to White. To Rice. To White. All the way back to Raya. Raya should just go wide. And he does a really good pass out to Gabriel. Gabriel play inside the Calafiori, back to Gabriel. I don't like how we come out from the defense. Sometimes the pass there in the middle, we don't take the risk and make it to break the defense. Rice is playing between the two center backs. I think that's where Rice should play. Right in that 6th row. Ball into Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly coming forward. Plays it into Gokares, who plays it out. Good ball out to right. White should go to Saka right away. Saka has a man one-on-one. Has a chance to beat him, taking down the wing. Saka trying to go inside. Goes inside. Plays it into Odegaard to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly looking for a pass. Comes back to Rice. Rice is way up the field. Ball out to White. White looking for a pass. Comes back to Saliba. Saliba goes back to Gabriel. Gabriel to Odegaard, into Calafiori. Calafiori to Eze. Eze to Rice. I think he's offside, actually. I'm not sure who was offside. Looks like Calafiori was offside. Yeah, he's saying that Calafiori came back for the ball. Odegaard is in street clothes. Odegaard is always injured. Odegaard and Calafiori, always injured. And Havertz has joined that team also. Arsenal pressing. We're in the 7th minute of play. Score tied at 0. We need to move the ball a little bit quicker, though. Saka getting the ball wide, but he's not running by his man. That's the way Saka and Madueke differ. If Saka had Madueke's speed, he would be unplayable. But he gets the ball and he stops it each time when he's isolated. And then people say, well, he's double team. No, the double team comes because he takes too long to move the ball. Good Tackled by Rice to Gokares. Gokares plays out to Trossard. Trossard looking for a pass. Goes back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly back to Gabriel. Gabriel should come across to Saliba. It goes back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly. Oh, foul. Lewis Kelly was trying to come inside. That's one thing he does, which we're going to get caught on sometimes. He does try to beat people, which then allow him to create mismatches. But he's going to make mistakes and he's going to get caught out. But it's more high-risk football when he's in the middle. But we should take those risks if you want to score goals. And he's going to get fouled because he draws fouls. Like a foul magnet, I should say. So free kick by Rice. We're in the 9th minute of play. Score tied at 0. Arsenal. Ball played out to White. Saliba back to Rice. I don't know why I didn't cross it the first time. Goes all the way back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly coming forward. Plays out of Saka. Saka is his man one-on-one. Saka goes inside. Beat his man brilliantly. Left him on the ground. Cross it. Goal, Arsenal! Brilliant play by Saka. And that's Gokares. Brilliant by Saka. Put his man on his butt. Brilliant by Saka. Brilliant. Gave Gokares a tap in. Wonderful, wonderful setup by Saka. He put the defender on his butt. Was that Robinson that he beat? The US international? He sat him down. And that's what Saka should be doing, crossing the ball more, not even trying to score. Brilliant by Saka, brilliant. And so the ball came to Lewis Kelly, who drove forward, played a Saka one-on-one out wide. I don't think that was Robinson, actually. Or was it? I'm not sure who the defender was. Defender was number 7. Can't make a number. My eyesight, but I'm not sure who that was. Yeah, he put him down and then crossed it far post. And well taken by Gokares. Well taken. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. And Gokares playing like a true center forward. Not like Havertz or Jesus who are looking for the ball to come back to them. Really good goal by Arsenal. Let's hope we keep this up. I think number 7 was Raul, was a center forward. I thought it was Robinson, but it wasn't. Arsenal is also pressing really high, actually. And Fulham trying to play out. And Arsenal is showing a lot of energy. Calafiori plays it inside to Saliba, to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly back to Saliba. Saliba coming forward. And Lewis Kelly, to me, is going to be the player today for Arsenal. Very confident in this kid. Don't make some mistakes, but got a lot of ability. Here comes Arsenal. Saliba plays the ball, bring it to White. White plays it to Eze. Eze inside, has space. And he's got fouled. Got fouled, but ref didn't call it. Tried to make the pass. He was looking for the pass. Good play by Lewis Kelly. Won the ball off, but Fulham retains it. Eze got to play quicker. Eze making too many mistakes so early. Got to play the ball quicker. Got to know where he is in the midfield and make the decision quicker. Trossard to Lewis Kelly, back to Calafiori, back to Gabriel, to Saliba. Saliba to White. White to Saka. Saka back to White. White to Saliba. Saliba all the way across to Gabriel, coming forward. We should have some more space. Ball going inside Lewis Kelly. Will drop deep between the two center halves. Give it to Rice. Rice back to Lewis Kelly. Back to Gabriel. Gabriel back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly's a very confident player. People back to Saliba, making me nervous. Want to play the ball in the middle. I prefer Rice between. He's going to take less risk than Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly try to shield the ball there and get dispossessed. Gabriel trying to go over the top, trying to find White. Brilliant pass. White has time and space. And he comes back to, and White plays a horrible pass to nobody. Basically to Smith Rowe. I don't know who White passing that ball to. Man have all day to play the ball and then play the ball to Smith Rowe. Like he has all day and just pass the ball to Smith Rowe. I don't even know where that comes from. Free kick to Fulham. I think Eze was fouled on that previous play. I'm just watching it again. Replay. Free kick to Fulham. Bassey with the free kick. I'll be glad to see Saka back to his best. It would be awesome. Because Madueke sure is not the answer. Ball played over the top. Arsenal allowed it to go out of bounds. Raya picked it up. And here comes Arsenal again. Raya looking for a quick pass. Rolls it out to Saliba. Saliba coming forward. Saliba would have considered a somewhat dangerous pass into Rice. Rice is driving forward. He has people moving off him. He's trying to play Saka wide. And he does. Saka has it one-on-one. He should just cut inside and shoot. Almost got dispossessed. Saka had time there. Should make his move quicker. So White to Saliba. Saliba looking for a pass. Doesn't have one. Goes inside to Rice. Rice back to Saliba. Saliba across field to Gabriel. Lewis Kelly trying to create an angle. Doesn't have one. I'll play the Trossard. Please don't give Trossard the ball in that area. I don't trust him. Ball to Saliba. Saliba trying to go over the top to find White. Has White. White controls. Looking to cross. You see Gokares. Saka turns brilliant as he normally does. Plays it into Trossard. Trossard has Calafiori at wide. He tried to shoot. He has Calafiori just to put him in, and he's trying to shoot. Why are you doing that? Don't tap his hand. He has you wide just to roll the ball into Calafiori. He's trying to shoot, and he's not even close, people. He kicked the ball wide. He's been off form all season. Play the ball wide to Calafiori so he can press the ball back in the box. Trossard has just been abysmal. That ball is just a roll Calafiori in. Nobody in front of him. You're taking a shot. You're not even close to goal. It's not in your forte anymore. At least not for this season. You're just badly out of form. Ball played over by Fulham. Trying to come forward. Out of bounds. Throw into... Is that thrown to Fulham? I think Raul tried to control that. Raul, the Mexican international. He's the one that Saka sat down to cross that ball to Gokares. If you just joined us, we are watching the EPL game between Arsenal and Fulham. Arsenal need to win to continue their quest towards the title. And they're making a good effort of it so far. Here comes Arsenal. Gabriel. To Saliba. Saliba coming forward. Fulham just playing that smart defense. Gabriel trying to go over the top, trying to find Calafiori. And Calafiori miscontrols, ball out of bounds, goal kick to Fulham. I mean, Trossard has time and space. He's nowhere close to the goal. Like, he's on the edge of the box, and he has Calafiori running wide, and just take a shot that makes no sense to nobody. You just roll the ball in, that's it. Goal kick to Fulham. Fulham trying to come forward, plays it out long. Gabriel. That looks like a foul, but no. Ref says play on. Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly goes back to Saliba. Saliba looking for a pass. He has Eze, but it's going to go back to the keeper, it looks. Eze to Lewis Kelly. I don't want Lewis Kelly to be the last man, people. I like Lewis Kelly. I don't want him to be the last man. I'll play the Gokares way down the line. Gokares is there by himself. Is he offside? Yeah, he's offside. I don't want Lewis Kelly to be the last man. Please don't put Lewis Kelly as the last man. Let Rice go between the center backs. Don't put Lewis Kelly there. Gokares, I'm not sure Gokares was offside, you know. I'm not sure he was offside. That was close. That space is there. They're playing a high line, which is interesting, given where they play defense. They're not pressing vigorously, so I'm not sure why their line is so high. Here comes Fulham again. Arsenal won the ball. Here comes Saka. Trying to find Eze. Doesn't work. Throw into Arsenal. We're in the 17th minute of play. Arsenal 1. Fulham 0. Goal scored by Gokares off an assist by Saka. And Ben White's going to take 30 seconds to throw this ball. Goes down the line to Gokares. Gokares trying to shield it. He gets dispossessed like he normally does. I don't know why they give Gokares the ball down the line. Because he always seems to lose it. Doesn't do a good job of shooting the ball down the line. Sitting down on the ball. Throw into Arsenal. And nobody's going to get the ball. So Eze should be moving between those two players to get the ball. He's not doing so. He's just walking. Some people get frustrated with Eze, you know. He's just standing on the box, not moving. He doesn't give the person throwing the ball an angle to get him the ball. I love Eze as a player, but he's got to do better. He just stand up on the end of the box, just walking around like he's back at Sunday school. He should be sprinting in a space so White can get him the ball. He must think he's still at Palace. Ball headed down by Saka. Fulham trying to get out and play it over. Good play by Rice. Throw into Fulham. We're in the 90th minute of play. Arsenal 1, Fulham 0. Arsenal has dominated so far. If you're a player like Martinelli, you'd love to play in this game. You get some service. Have a chance to do something in the game. It's Rice to Saka. Saka all the way back to Gabriel. Gabriel goes back to... Saliba to Gabriel, to Lewis Kelly, back to Gabriel. Gabriel to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly back to Gabriel. Gabriel to Rice. Rice turns, looking for a pass. And the link up between Gabriel, Lewis Kelly, Rice has worked really well so far. Gabriel out to Rice. Lewis Kelly trying to create room behind the defense to get the ball, but Fulham doing a good job of playing with a hybrid 4 up top for that pressure. Really smart, actually. You don't have much room to maneuver. Gabriel out to Raya. Raya looking to go long and does go long. Trying to find Trossard. Trying to find Gokares, who's being pulled down. It's a foul referee. It's a foul referee. Good play by Gokares. Throwing that big body against defender. I think that's Anderson. I don't know why he's complaining. You fouled him. I don't know why you're complaining. Should be a free kick to Arsenal. Taken by Rice as usual. Rice with a kick. Good kick. Played up by Leno. Controlled by Eze. Looking to shoot. Shot blocked. And Fulham has it away. Raya has it. And Raya plays it down to Saka. Raya's out of his goal. Saka needs to keep it. Ball to Eze. Eze inside to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly over to Trossard. Trossard plays it out to Calafiori. To Rice, sorry. Rice back to Trossard. Trossard back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly back to Trossard. Trossard goes all the way back to Raya. Raya was almost on the halfway line. Wow. Ball played out to Rice. He should go back to Saliba. And Fulham is now pressing high up the field. White trying to go along, go over the top, trying to find Gokares. That play is there. It's going to be there today. Bassi plays out of bounds, throw into Arsenal. We're in the 21st minute, 22nd minute. Arsenal 1, Fulham 0. Lewis Kelly into Eze. Eze, good ball out to, good control by Rice. Sorry, Rice all the way out to Trossard. Calafiori is open, but Trossard decided not to go to him. Trossard into Lewis Kelly, trying to find Eze. I think Lewis Kelly got injured, got fouled, but ref didn't call it. What a play by Gabriel. Just took the man out. Eze. Oh, got kicked down by... Wow, that should be a yellow card, referee. That's ridiculous. That was low kick. Yep, it's a yellow card. That was uncalled for. I guess he got frustrated as they gave him the shoulder. We are in the 23rd minute, and Kranky call for Lewis Kelly, and so far, so good. Let's hope it continues. He's having a brilliant game. He's a brilliant midfielder. That's why he plays. He's not a left back. Lewis Kelly looking to go over the top. Goes back to Saliba. Plays it out to Gabriel. Gabriel to Trossard. I don't want Trossard on the ball that deep in my territory. Trying to make cute passes. Saliba to Eze. Eze to Lewis Kelly, who got fouled. That's one thing with Lewis Kelly. You know he's going to try to shield the ball. I don't like when he's that deep in my territory doing that. Here comes Arsenal. Ben White has it. Has Saka wide. Has Gokeres in between the box. Gokeres in the box. Go back to White. Ball back to Gokeres. Back to White. White out to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly out to Saliba. Saliba, brilliant. Try to find White. White taking out Saka has it one-on-one. Goes back to Rice. Rice back to Saka. Saka to White. White back to Saka. Saka to Rice. Rice back to Saka. Saka should go far post now. He needs to go far post into Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly back to Saliba. Saliba back to Rice. Got to play the ball far post. Good call by Rice. Headed out by Fulham. Corner to Arsenal. Arsenal playing really, really well. Good combination, but we got to get the ball in the box. Have to get the ball in the box. Have to get the ball in the box. If you just join us, hit the like button, people. It's Arsenal versus Fulham. Arsenal looking really good, but need to score some more goals. We have 17 goals scored from corners this season, but we haven't scored one in a long time. Let's see if we try something like we did last week against Newcastle, or if we go regular. We need somebody at the far post, though. We keep bringing in 4 players in the middle of the box when we cross it. Gabriel should be at the penalty spot, and we need to have 4 far posts, 2 run off, and then we have 1 stay at the back post so you can hit it back in if the ball goes too long. Here goes Saka. I think we're going far post. Good corner by Saka. Ball headed down. Oh, Arsenal had it there in the box. Saliba trying to... Wow. Saliba should have backheel that ball. I don't know why Saliba didn't try a backheel. Try something. The ball could go any place. Ball came to Gabriel and Leno. Gabriel tried to kick it. All Saliba had to do was just try to backheel. May not go anywhere, but backheel it. It's going to be a long throw. Well, attempted long throw by Rice. He's not that great. Ball throw in the box, headed over by Fulham, trying to head out. Ball out to Lewis Kelly. Back to Eze. Eze to Trossard. Trossard should just go far post. He does. But Leno came for it and dropped it. Oh, good save by Leno. And ball played up. Saka has a hoping at a goal to score and didn't score. Saka has to hit the target there. Wow. Saka has to hit the target there. He has to score that. Cross by Trossard. Leno came. Hit the ball with Gabriel. Good shot by Trossard and Saka. And he had people around him, so it was difficult for him to get his hand around the ball. Gabriel was there giving Leno a hard time. And Leno did a really good job of saving that with his foot, his left foot. Yeah, but Saka he needs to curve that more. That should have been number 2. That should have been number 2. Throw into Fulham, just in the middle of their half. 27th minute. Arsenal 1, Fulham 0. Here comes Fulham coming forward. Robinson. Good play by... Ball into Trossard. Trossard to Eze. Eze coming forward. Eze to Gokeres. Oh. Gokeres has the ball in the box, trying to cross. Corner to Arsenal. Wow. That ball came a little bit too quick for Gokeres. Good counter by Arsenal. Pity he couldn't have gotten that in his strides to shoot. I think that shot Trossard should have gone high, actually. He went low. He should have gone high. Put in the top corner like Barnes did today for Newcastle. Corner to Arsenal. Saka again. Lewis Kelly playing the last man. I don't know if Lewis Kelly as last man. 3 at the backboard. Calafiori, White, and Trossard. Gabriel in the penalty spot as usual. Saliba in the middle. Good corner by Saka. Ball headed out. Ball out to Saka again by Rice. Saka to Rice. Rice. Brilliant ball to Saka. Saka cross it back to the penalty spot. Go. Oh, wow. I thought Eze with a really good shot. I thought it was a goal, actually. Ball to Trossard. Trossard trying to go far post. Ball headed out. Goal! Brilliant goal by Calafiori. Brilliant ball by Trossard. Brilliant header by Calafiori. This is a good day at the office. Good day at the office. We're playing some good football. I'm telling you, this new midfield is the more dynamic midfield, is part of the difference. Saka coming back. Let me just see the ball Eze gave him. He played a little bit behind Gokeres earlier, but brilliant goal by Calafiori. Wasn't a lot of pace on the ball, but you got to put the ball in the box. It was a good ball by Rice into Saka, who cut it back. Eze with a good shot, blocked by Bassi. Came back to White, played it to Trossard, who just turned. Oh, Calafiori may be offside. Oh, wow, he's offside by a mile. He's offside by a mile. That's not a goal. He's offside by a mile. What? He's offside. What are we doing? He's offside by a mile. It's not even close. Unless there's somebody that I miss, he's offside by a mile. I don't think it's even close. At least from my angle, it looks offside like by a mile. It's a really good ball by Rice, though, trying to find Saka. And Eze, the good shot, was blocked by Bassi. No, he's offside. He's offside. Yeah, he's offside by a mile. So it's even close. Oh, well. We go again. Yeah, he was offside. Got to start over again. VAR take the pleasure out of it, but VAR is right. So VAR should be used. Here comes Fulham. Trying to go over the top. Ball headed out. Casey has it. Trying to find ball wide to Wilson. Wilson and Fulham hasn't come forward in a while. Here come Casey. Fulham now have some possession. They haven't had such possession in a while. Arsenal trying to press really hard. Bassi coming forward. Where's Ben White going? Play the man with the ball. You're running like a madman, running no place, making any sense. Smith Rowe to low kick. Back to Anderson. Fulham now trying to take control, trying to play some possession football. So now we're sort of scrambling defensively. They're doing a good job of keeping the ball. I can't tell. Okay. So Rice is in the 6, Lewis Kelly's in the 8. Fulham did a good job of playing the ball through the lines. Here they come. They have us scrambling somewhat. We got to get our defense set. Chuck Woozy trying to shoot. Ball blocked by Rice. At some point, we got to bring the defense out and pressure them. We're dropping back too much and sitting down comfortable. Good tackle by Lewis Kelly coming from deep. That was a crunching tackle. He saw that pass from a mile away. They beat the press. Good play by Wilson. Good block by Arsenal. Ball picked up by Saka. Just roll it to White. Try to play it to White. Out of bounds. Goal kick to Arsenal. Yeah, we got bamboozled a while ago. Raya coming forward. Califieri, all the way back to Gabriel, looking for a pass, looking to go along. Lewis Kelly back to Gabriel. Gabriel go back to Raya. To Saliba to White, to Rice inside to Eze. Eze had Califieri wide and decided not to go to him. Ball back to Eze into Trossard coming forward. He has people, he has wide right, going to Eze. Eze beat his man nicely and turned it over. Bad move by Eze, had the pass, got to make the pass. Here comes Fulham. We're pressing high up the field now. Chukwueze trying to play the ball down the line. Ball picked up by Rice. Rice into Saliba. Saliba all the way across to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly coming forward. Out to Saliba. Saliba to Rice. Rice coming forward, plays it back to White. White should go back to Saka, he doesn't. And Gokares run into offside position and just stand there. Then kill the entire play. His play a while ago, because White was going to play the ball to him, he didn't know what to do with it because he just went in offside position and just stood there. So you made a run, then go back to the onside position. You killed the play, you caused that turnover. Which may not be obvious to everyone, but you run on the wing, they're going to give you the ball, you're going to be offside position, not to give it to you, you just stand there. So then you got to turn the play back and then run into trouble. Here comes Fulham. Good play by Gabriel. Gabriel won the ball coming forward. Goes to Lewis Kelly. Kelly goes back to Saliba. Saliba had... Okay, ball played out to Gabriel. Gabriel looking for a pass, doesn't have one. Fulham have dropped back now. Go into a mid-gap, mid-block. Saliba looking for a pass, goes to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly back to Saliba. Saliba comes out to Rice. Rice back to Saliba. Saliba, one shift of the ball and trying to find somebody. Nobody's moving to go over the top. And now here comes Fulham. Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe goes wide to Chukwueze. The ball is played out of bounds. No. He have it in bounds. Chukwueze has it. This is Luke. Okay, plays the ball. Bad pass, actually. Ball to Trossard. Trossard to Califieri. Califieri to Gabriel. Gabriel trying to go over the top. Trying to find Gokares. And man is on Gokares' head and the referee's not calling anything. That's ridiculous. Wow. Gokares has to fan him off better. You cannot go over your head there. You got to hold him off. We're in... Bassi coming forward, goes by Eze. Rice is not where he's supposed to be. Here comes Wilson. Good play by Califieri. To Raya. Ball, really poor kick by Raya though. And that's poor by Califieri. He can't go back to the keeper there. He has to go kick it off a throw-in. He won the ball. He's got to go for a throw-in. He played the ball to Raya in a place where he can't do anything with the ball. And Raya is right. But you give me that ball. It's a stupid ball actually given to him. That ball could have ricocheted back in the goal. Corner to Fulham. We're in the 36th minute. Arsenal 1, Fulham 0. Arsenal thought they scored a second by Califieri from a cross, but he was offside. Come on, Arsenal. Wilson with the corner. Dangerous corner. Ball out to Saka. Saka to Saliba. Saliba being held. Saliba to White. And White turns it over. I have no idea what he's doing. They kick the ball out of the ball to throw in. White is a mess. Total mess. He just creates problems on himself. We have to settle down defensively. Throw into Fulham. In that ball again. All White has to do was control the ball. I have no idea what he was doing. Chukwueze to ball one. So White has it. Just dump it, White. Just dump it. He dumps it over the top. Fulham coming forward again. Arsenal scrambling out of position. Nobody's attacking the ball. Good play by Rice. Rice wins it. Got fouled. Free kick to Arsenal. Fouled by Robinson, right? If you just joined us, we are in the 37th minute of play. Rice got stepped on in the ankle. He's the one player Arsenal can't afford to lose. And he's hobbling. See Arsenal players warming up. Looks like Dauman is warming up. Wonder why. Normally they warm up in the 20-something minutes, so somebody must be in some discomfort. Ball played over the top by Raya. Goalkeres. Fighting with Bassi. Ball controlled by Rice. Goes wide to Calafiori. Why isn't Trossard wide? Why isn't Trossard wide? Give Calafiori an angle to get you the ball. Gabriel. Back to Saliba. Plays it inside to Eze. Eze turns. Just plays it outside to Saka. Saka has his man one-on-one. Saka plays it back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly trying to find Eze with a look-away pass. Here comes Trossard. Trossard looking to shoot. Trossard beat his man nicely. Try to shoot. Not much in the shot. Not a great shot. Trossard is not looking for that pass. He has to look for that pass. If you just join us, it's still Arsenal scored very early. Goal by Goalkeres or feed by Saka. Turnover by Fulham. Arsenal has it. White looking for a pass. Don't have one. Go all the way back to Lewis Kelly. I'm sorry, back to, not Lewis Kelly, to Gabriel, to Saliba, to White. Back to Saka. Saka got dispossessed. Ball to Eze. Eze with a brilliant pass to Goalkeres, but he has no help. He's down the line. He has no help. He plays the ball to Saka. Saka in a goal. Looking to shoot. Goal by Saka. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. Beautiful pass by Eze. And Saka looked like he's back in form. The Wonder Boy is back in form, it looks like. Coming back, fit and ready. Really good play by Arsenal. Ball played out. And that's what you have a number 10 looking forward. Eze looking forward. Ball came to Gabriel. It was Gabriel. Ball went to, let's see this play. I'm looking at replay. Gabriel to Saliba. Beautiful ball by Saliba inside to Eze. Eze down the line. Come back to Saka. Saka then came inside, went back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly tried to find Eze. Ball was blocked. Came back. Trossard won it. Well, this is a previous play when Trossard shot. Trossard shot saved by Leno. This whole sequence of play. I'm going you back from way back, people, to what led to the goal. It was a brilliant pass by Eze down the line to Goalkeres, actually. And him doing a job of holding the ball up, which he doesn't do really well. So the ball came to Wukete, who lost the ball, got played into Eze, who came for it. Ball came to Calafiori, to Saliba, to White, down to Saka, came back to Eze, and Eze made the pass right away to Goalkeres. That's what we don't get. Now, Goalkeres is isolated on the center back, came back to Saka inside, brilliant pass by Goalkeres, and Saka went near post. Fooled Leno with the eyes and went near post. But that all started from Eze's pass down the line to Goalkeres. Goalkeres was between the two center halves, and he found him when he ran off him. That's what center forward need. Service down the line, even though Goalkeres always turns it over, so he's playing better today in doing that. Maybe he's learning. And he found Saka with a brilliant pass inside, and Saka did the rest. Arsenal 2, Fulham 0. That goal was called by Chukwueze, by the way. He gave the ball away for no reason. Here comes Fulham trying to come forward. Here comes Arsenal. Foul on the defender by Raul. Free kick to Arsenal. If the score stands as it is, Arsenal will be at 76 points. And City, it's your time to come forward and do your thing. But brilliant goal by Saka. Look at the goal again. Ball came to Eze, and right away Eze looked up and found him down the line. That's what we're missing. That pass between the lines quickly, and brilliant pass by Gokares. Gotta give him his credit when it's due. I haven't liked his link-up play, but that was brilliant. And Robinson fell asleep as it comes to Saka. So if you just join us, we're in the 43rd minute of play. First half at the Emirates, Arsenal versus Fulham. Arsenal 2, Fulham 0. Rice out to Saka. Saka with a brilliant control and shield. Saka with a brilliant pass into Calafiori back to far post. Oh, an attempt there by, what was that? It was Gabriel. What's Gabriel doing all the way up the field? There's a brilliant pass by Calafiori to Saka. Made a brilliant control. Shielded the ball really well. Played it to Calafiori. Went back to Saliba, who tried the far post to find Gabriel. Just missed. That was brilliant football by Arsenal. Wow. If Gabriel jumped with his body versus his foot, he probably scored that. Just running on the ball and don't even try to kick it. Ball was spinning though. Ball headed up by Arsenal. Played up by Fulham, headed up by Arsenal. Arsenal have dominated this game. Totally dominated. Hope we can keep it up for the entire game. Here comes Fulham. Ball played over the top. And Gokares has had a very good game, by the way. Very good game. Lewis Kelly out to Gokares. Gokares shooting the ball really well. Run going by Calafiori. Calafiori coming forward. Plays the ball inside to Eze. Eze looking to shoot. Eze with a shot just past the post. And he's waved off Saka to say, look, I'm sorry about that, but I had to shoot that. And he had a good shot. He could have scored that, you know. He tried to go around the post. Wow, he had a lot of curve on that. I think he should have gone inside of Bassi versus going to the outside of Bassi on that shot. If you just join us, we are in the 45th minute of play. Boy, Saka control was ridiculous on that ball. Arsenal 2, Fulham 0. Arsenal dominating Fulham. Eze trying to find Saka. That didn't work. Here we go again. Good block by Eze coming forward. He has options. He has Saka wide. He plays out to Trossard. Trossard looking to shoot. Trossard turns it over. Here comes Gabriel. Gabriel to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly back to Gabriel. Gabriel out to Calafiori. Calafiori back to Gabriel. Ball play all the way back. Going to rotate it around. Comes back to Rice. Rice to White. White to Saka. Saka comes forward. White. Saka. Trying to beat two men. Back to White. White to Saka. Really good 1-2. Arsenal playing some really good football, people. This is a much more dynamic team. Oh, really poor touch by, that gotta be White. Really poor touch by White. Jesus. You just make mistakes for no reason. Here comes Rice. All the way across to Gabriel. Gabriel back to Raya. Raya should just come wide to Saliba. I'll go back to Gabriel. He has choices. We have 3 minutes of extra time. We're in the 47th minute of play. Score tied. Arsenal 2. Fulham 0. There are 2 men marking Gokares and they're struggling. We need Eze to run off Gokares. When he's struggling with 2 men like that, the ball's going to be headed up the field. He has to anticipate that head and be able to collect it. Either him or the 2 wingers, actually. Here comes Fulham. Robinson. Back to Bassi. Fulham have to do a lot of talking at halftime. They've been totally dominated. I think on that goal, if Saka had run faster, Eze would have found him, you know. Fulham is just being dominated. Ball throw into Gabriel. Gabriel plays it into Rice. Rice outside to White. White looking for a pass, doesn't have one. Go all the way back to Saliba. Saliba to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly to Rice. Rice looking for a pass over the top, doesn't have one. Go out wide to Gabriel. Gabriel to Calafiori to to Trossard. It was the right idea, but too much on the pass. He's trying to play him in one time, but too much on the pass. Calafiori's out of position, so I need to cover for him. Trossard is doing the covering. Here comes Fulham. It's Bassey. Bassey trying to go over the top. Ball block, come to White. White to Saka. Saka back to White. White to Rice. Rice to Saka. Oh, Saka with a really bad pass. Almost gave it away. But ball intercepted and come to Trossard. Trossard coming forward. He has players. He has Eze. Trossard trying to go one-on-one. Going to go outside trying to shoot. Trossard over to Gyökeres. Goal! Brilliant cross by Trossard. And Gyökeres having a field day. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Brilliant counterattack. Off what almost was a disaster. Bad pass by Saka inside. Picked up, played to Trossard. Go down the wing, cross in the box, head by Gyökeres. Arsenal is 3. Wow. This is a brilliant day, brilliant day. Arsenal picking up the challenge. It's almost a bad pass. Played out. Gabriel told it out to Trossard. Trossard coming forward. Gyökeres is in the middle. Trossard went down and just put it in the box. And Gyökeres scored a brilliant goal. Hit across Leno. Had no chance. Brilliant, brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. That's 3 people. And Gyökeres is involved in 2. 2 goals and assists. I think he's going to be the center forward for the rest of the season. I don't think he's going to be benched anymore. Brilliant goal. Brilliant goal. That's 3 people. 3. Arsenal having a brilliant day. Brilliant day. Fulham is being overwhelmed. Well, it's 3-0 at halftime. We need goals, people. We need goals. We need about 6. I'm not get carried away. We need about 6. Yes. Ben White has been okay. He's been just above average. He's making quite a few mistakes sometimes, but Lewis Kelly has been brilliant. Lewis Kelly is a brilliant footballer. He's just not a left back because he doesn't have the speed. He's a brilliant footballer. I've been calling for Lewis Kelly in the midfield instead of my good friend Zubimendi, because I think it's halftime. Arsenal 3, Fulham 0. I've been calling for Lewis Kelly. Let's because here's why. Lewis Kelly can drive the ball through the middle. He can make a pass between the line. He's more mobile than Zubimendi. Now, when he plays the 8 and Rice goes in the 6, Rice is a much more dynamic 6. He has much more range. He can cover more. His spatial awareness is great. He's physical. He can track runners. He can cover for Gabriel and also for Saliba. So that's why you need him. All right, you people, you know I got to take my little halftime 2-minute break. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'm going to give you some musical interlude. And let me put this up. And this is the starting team. So give me 2 minutes, people. Let me see if we can find my musical interlude. Give me 2 seconds, people. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. It's a musical interlude. It's halftime. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. How you doing? People, you can call into the program, you know. I feel good today. I feel good today. My Knicks won. My Arsenal drew on Wednesday. They're winning today. Hey, people, things that look good enough. If we lose to City, you can't say we choke. I'm going to score more goal than we. Bless up, sir. Bless up, bless up. Appreciate that, King Dot. Appreciate that. People, 3-0 at the half. Let me see what SofaScore has to give us. 3-0 at the half, people. Arsenal leading by 3-0. It's been a brilliant first half. Brilliant. So I have a question for you. Do you think we should play the same team against Atletico Madrid on Tuesday? People, I've been calling for these people. May I tell you the truth? I mean, I'll make it up. Trust me. I've been saying that Arsenal, Lewis Kelly needs to play in the midfield. We're not dynamic enough. Zubimendi is a baller like Cargill. People get grief for this. Side to side baller, me call them. Play the ball from side to side. Not dynamic. Can't dribble past nobody. It may work well for Spain. It ain't working well for us. And people want to beat me. Let me say that, you know. But I think I'm improving right today. What the hell is that? I think I'm improving right today, people. So this is SofaScore. Let's see what it has for us. This is the lineups. You can see the lineups here. So we can widen this thing now. Widen now. What did I do here? Uh-oh. What did I do? Okay, let's go stats. So these are the stats in the first half. As you can see, expected goals. We have 3, it says 2.39. Fulham, 0.04. That means they haven't come close to scoring. We had 4 big chances. We took 3. 14 total shots. They had 2. This is dominance, people. Raya has not made 1 save. They've had 1 corner. They've committed 7 fouls. And we have had a 37% passing accuracy. This is what you call dominance. No. I've been saying this. Look, Zubimendi is a good player, right? But my CDM has to have range, like our party had range. My CDM has to make a look-away pass. My CDM, if they don't have certain attributes, they have to have other compensating attributes. So, for example, yeah, his spatial awareness is good. He does a good job of covering the back, but he's not dynamic doing so. And he doesn't have the range. When by range, the coverage and the speed of coverage. Can you cover left to right quickly, protect my left back, protect my right back, protect my center half with enough speed to cut off attacks quickly, to recover if you get beaten? He doesn't have that. So when he plays the 6, when Rice plays the 6, Rice have all of that. And he has an engine, right? The game that comes out to me for Zubimendi was against Man U. Not the goal he gave away, but when what's the name? The kid name, is it Dewey or whatever? Not Dewey. The kid that got hurt. The kid from, I think he's from Denmark, whatever it is. Can't remember his name. He played left wing back under Amarin, and then started playing sort of left under Carrick before he got hurt. I watched that play, and I watched that Zubimendi didn't have the speed to recover to block the shot where we give that goal. And I've been looking at that since that point in the season and realizing the range is there. And the range of passing is not there. His passes are normal, everyday, 5-yard, 7-yard, 8-yard pass. If I put Rice in the 6 and put Lewis Kelly in the 8, Lewis Kelly does a really good job of shielding the ball, sometimes too much. He has a left back. He has a defensive tendency, which is really good. He's good between the lines. He can split a defense. He has the look-away pass, split a defense. He covers space really well. He can dribble by people. I was watching a tape for him the other day, and him running by defenders in the middle. I think it was against Atletico Madrid when we scored that goal where he ran by 3 people. You need someone in the midfield to carry the ball. We have nobody. Eze can do it, but he's playing further up the field. My 8 has to be able to carry the ball in that way. Then what it does is put pressure on the defense. Because if somebody run by you, the defense have to overcompensate. To block him, somebody has to come and leave somebody open. We weren't getting that. So I'm glad Lewis Kelly's. I've been calling for this for a while now, people. People in England can tell you. Apollo, Tony, they can tell you. I've been saying, and they're saying, oh, it's too late in the season to do it. I'm like, Lewis Kelly was supposed to play against Mansfield, and he got injured. I was hoping he would play because then he would link up with Dauman, who was playing the 10. It would have been a different game. That's the game that Eze came in and scored. But anyway, you see the chances, people. So the stats, shots, on target, no hit would work. We took 14 shots and 6 on target. We could have scored more goals. A lot of big chances. So it's really interesting. Let's see if I can find. Let's go back to lineup. Let's see if I can find. Let's see the stat. You see this, people? So we score grading. Eze has a 6.8. Trossard 7.5. Lewis Kelly has a 7.1. Rice 7.3. Saliba 7.4. Saka has a 9 because he scored. He had an assist. Gokere should have about a 10. If we can Saka a 9, Gokere should have about a 10. I mean, Gokere has scored 2 and had an assist. So I don't know why SofaScore gave him 8.8. Maybe because they're calculating possession loss or that. Let's see Lewis Kelly's stats. It's not working. I'm not seeing it. Not coming up. It's not responding. Not sure what's happening. Not responding. I know what's happening, people. It's not responding. So we have to do that another time. I'm not sure why it's not responding, actually. Stats. But the team has played well. I'm just trying to find why I can't get the individual stats. Now I'm going to click on the player and it pops up, but it's not working. Yeah, it's not working today. Oh, well. We have a pivot. But no, look at these ratings. I mean, Saka has a blue, which is a 9. I think Gokere should be the 9, though. They probably both should go up about 9s. But that's the question. Do we play the same team? I would play Martinelli instead of Trossard. I need that defensive element. But apart from that, no, I would play Kranky also instead of Calafiori because I want to make sure my defense is impregnable. I would play Saka. I would play Lewis Kelly. I'd bench Zubimendi because I want Rice to cover that space and Lewis Kelly to be there. I guess Atletico was a very physical team. I think I would replace Trossard with Martinelli and I would replace Calafiori with Kranky. That's it. No, I wouldn't do that yet. Actually, I would want to take off. I would want to take off Rice. Is the only player I would probably remove. Maybe put Nogar there because I think Rice has played too many minutes this season. I would take off Rice. Who else would I take off? I'd probably play Saka for another 15 minutes, then take him off too. Yeah. Yeah. I would do, yeah. That's what I would do, actually. I think I'd leave Lewis Kelly on for the entire game. Build his ego, build his confidence. I would leave Gokere on. He needs to score more goals. He needs to have that impregnable feeling, that feeling of being indomitable and being the man, because we played Havertz instead of him, must have hurt his ego. I want to put Saka in cotton wool because we need him. One thing about Saka is he may not be the quickest, but he makes very good decisions. In the season, from January through now, he's been trying so hard to score when he played versus just playing the team game he normally plays. Today he's been doing a great job. And then what else? I'd probably take off Eze at some point because he's been having knocks here and there over the last 4 weeks. So I would take out Eze at some point, Trossard at some point, Saka at some point. But we have 5 changes. Rice, that's probably it. My 2 center half are not doing too much work, so it should be okay. But yeah, that would be my view on this. I don't know why I can't get individual stats on this. Stupid. All right, let me take this down. So we're waiting to the start of the second half. Arsenal fans must be delirious right now. Delirious. You know, I have this website, which I haven't really been using over the last 3 months. And every time somebody's trying to hack the damn website, people, I may just close it down. Because it's becoming a problem. I don't know what article I'm having there that's attracting people, but yeah. And now when you have artificial intelligence, you can use that to find vulnerabilities in any system, which is going to be very dangerous for everybody. Can you imagine some rogue nation have that ability to find the vulnerabilities in like US system? By the way, people, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. And I appreciate you being here. I'm going to be doing more of these watch along. I'm going to do one on Tuesday for Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. That should be a good game, actually. Really good game. Looking forward to that game. Really, really good game. But 3-0, surprising score, to be honest, given how we've been playing. We haven't been scoring. If you think about the last few weeks we have played, but then again, we didn't have Saka, who has been probably our best player over the last 5 years, actually. More recently, Rice has taken up that mantle, but Rice doesn't score a lot of goals, so you need your goal scorers. Can't win games without goals, that's for sure. All right, I think I have it now. Let me see if I can pull this up. All right, so this is Lewis Kelly's stats on the right here. So he has played 50 minutes. Is that long? He has, what is he doing this? Pass. He has 39 of 41 people. So me said the Jamaica game them, and we talk about accurate passes. 39 of 41. He's playing the 8. That means he has a 95% passing accuracy. 100% in his own half. And the 2 that he missed is in the opponent's half, which is always good. So he's 39 of 41. This ain't no king playing no long ball. 39 of 41. That's brilliant, people. When you have passing accuracy like this against a team that having a semi-press, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Let me see what else is here. He has 47 touches. So of his 47 touches, he's made what? 41 passes out of that and missed 2? Wow. He's fouled 3 times and he lost possession 2 times, people. That means he's playing no long ball to kick the ball away. Right? So he has lost possession 2 times of 47 touches. By the way, I was talking about this person who lost the ball 30 times in a game with 58 touches. Man has 47 touches and lost the ball twice. And those were up the field where you should lose the ball because you're making pass to try to score. Anyway, we'll come back to that after the game if time permits. The game is on again. Our game is off. Arsenal over the top, trying to find Gyökeres. We need to give Jesus a run too. We need to have some confidence built up in him. The season's almost over, and I guess he won't be at Arsenal next year. Ball to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly go all the way back to Saliba. Saliba across to Gabriel. Gabriel go all the way back to Raya. By the way, Arsenal scored 4 times, but 1 was an offside. Raya trying to find Gyökeres. Gyökeres being held, pulled down, ref not calling it. And it's not a bounce, throw into Arsenal. Gyökeres is giving Anderson a warm time in this game. It's Lewis Kelly all the way back to Gabriel, all the way across the field to Saliba, to Ben White. Has Rice. He's going to go back to Saliba. Saliba dribbling. He does that sometime. He try to dribble and don't have a pass and create situation where there's nobody behind him. Here comes Fulham. That was all Saliba doing. Just play the ball down the field if you have no pass. That's what you need to do. Here comes Fulham. It's Wilson. Out to Lukic. Into Bassi. Bassi looking for a pass. And Saliba has the ball for so long, people. Somebody got to be running up top. Try to get the ball over the top or between the lines. If all the players are closed down, then you got to create space so you can get the ball. Fulham now taking possession. We're in the 47th minute. Arsenal 3, Fulham 0. Here comes Arsenal again. It's Saka. Saka dispossessed. Referee said play on. Here comes Fulham. Half space and time. Looking to shoot. Oh, brilliant shot. That by Jimenez. It's over the bar. Raul Jimenez over the bar. Goal kick to Saka for Madueke. Yeah, that's a choice. I wouldn't do it now. You're gonna get about 65 minutes, but soon actually. Wrap him in cotton wool. Ball over the top, trying to find Gokares. Try to control. Gokares, ball out of bounds, throw into Fulham. It's a very physical game for Gokares today. Fulham coming forward. It's Robinson. Here come Chukwueze. Bad pass by Chukwueze. Intercepted by that Saka or Rice. Smith Rowe plays wide to Robinson, back to Smith Rowe. ESR plays it to Bassi. Bassi has Anderson inside. Goes to Chukwueze. Goes back to Bassi. Looking to go behind Saka. Here comes Smith Rowe. Good cross by Robinson. Oh, really bad kick by Saliba. Almost scored, actually. No composure there by Saliba. Almost put that in his own net. Yeah, that was not good. That could have ricocheted up in the far corner. Corner to Fulham. They've had one so far. It's their second corner of the game. Nobody marking Bassi because Lewis Kelly came out Bassi there. Good corner. This is dangerous. Yeah, that was dangerous. Nobody was marking Bassi. Lewis Kelly cannot mark Bassi. As a corner again to Fulham. We look all over the place on the corner, people. We look all over the place. I thought that was a goal kick, actually. Let's see what happens. Ball came up, headed down, almost a goal. Oh, it hit on, may have been Califiori, actually. It would have been a goal. Wow, that was close. Another corner in, far post, over the top, headed out. Goal kick to Arsenal. Arsenal looking to go long off these set pieces as soon as they win the ball. That was close a while ago. Here comes Gabriel. As Califiori out wide, plays the Califiori. Califiori inside to Lewis Kelly, back to Gabriel. Gabriel plays it to Rice. He's playing between the two centre halves. Plays it out to Saliba, coming forward. White needs to go outside. He's drawing the man to Saka. He's going over the top. And ball played into White. Leno is out. That ball should have been just lobbed up by Saliba. That wasn't a smart kick by Saliba. Gotta play it up in the air so take the air out of it. Here comes Chukwueze looking for a pass. Goes all the way back. Bassi looking to play it inside. Side not to Arsenal. Trying to set the defense. Ball plays out to Chukwueze. Bad pass into Rice. Rice coming forward. And plays a really good ball outside the Saka to Madueke is on, actually. Sorry about the people calling Saka. Madueke is on for Saka. Madueke inside. Bad pass by Madueke as usual. Plays it to Eze. Good defending. I didn't realize that Saka was off of Madueke. Thanks, Auntie. Or Hanty. I can't hear what's on the screen because if I do that, I have copyright infringement. So Arsenal with the ball now. To Rice. Rice to Gabriel. Gabriel looking for a pass. Trossard came short. Wanted to go long. Decided not to. Back to Trossard. Trossard back to Gabriel. Gabriel looking to go along, does really well to Madueke. Madueke controls. He should take on his man one-on-one. He delayed the play. He comes inside. Cross for a post. Headed out by Fulham. Madueke controls. And got dispossessed. And Fulham is trying to go over the top. Good run by Trossard. Good head by Gabriel to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly take too long. Don't realize where he is. Somebody got told him that man on also. Ball plays out to Madueke. He's just jogging. Not putting pressure on the defense. Slowing the game down. Madueke inside. Goes all the way back to Rice. Rice outside to that White. back to Rice. Rice going to circle all the way around. Come back to Gabriel. Gabriel plays it wide to Trossard. Trossard trying to turn on his man. I can't tell you when that last Trossard beat a play, you know. Maybe Porro was the last man he put on his butt. Here comes Trossard, turn. Trossard inside. Looking for a pass. Plays it to Eze. Eze turns and touch it too far. Eze coming forward. Plays it outside to Madueke. Madueke finding White. Cross in the box. He had more time. Had much more time. Bob Madueke, handball against Arsenal, free kick to Fulham. Yeah, Madueke just doesn't make the decision Saka makes. His decision making is atrocious. He doesn't know when to dribble, when to pass, when to slow it down, when to speed it up. You get the ball out wide one-on-one, you run at the defender. Let him get some help. He stops it and walk it. Saka can't run by anybody, so he'll slow it down. That's not what you do. Then again, maybe you're going to go out of bounds as you normally do, so maybe you shouldn't do that. Here comes Fulham. We haven't started the second half like we did the end of the first half. We need to change that. Fulham coming forward. Ball back to Bassi. Bassi goes back to Leno. Leno trying to go over the top, trying to go long. Ball played to Saliba, to Rice, turns. Plays it back to White, all the way out to Gabriel, to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly coming forward, plays it to Gabriel. Gabriel back to Saliba. Game is now coming to a snail pace. Fulham is not doing the press. They're down 3-0. Are they trying to just keep the score down? They need to press us to try to get the ball out so they can score. They're just making the game. We're not going to be in a hurry. We shouldn't be. Arsenal trying to get out. Fulham with an interesting press. Lewis Kelly plays the ball into Eze. Eze turns. Eze plays it out to Madueke. Madueke goes inside and turns it over as he normally does. Madueke has a simple 5-yard pass and turn it over. That's where you got to be concentrating, people. That's a simple pass. There's no reason for that ball to be turned over. Here comes Bassi. Bassi trying to go over the top. Calafiori is there, heads it out to Trossard. Good play by Trossard. Plays it out to pile his man nicely. Plays it to Gabriel. Gabriel back to Raya. Raya plays it out to Saliba. Saliba to White. Plays it into Rice trying to go along. Find Gokares. Good ball. Good play by Gokares. And plays it to White. White inside to Madueke. Madueke to Calafiori. Got dispossessed, putting his hand up, and here comes Fulham. One thing Arsenal does is defensively, we're there. Referee says play on. That was a foul by Trossard. It says play on. Plays it to... oh, wow. Gokares trying to go far post, but the ball was blocked. That was close. Ball to Eze. Eze being pushed off it. Back to Rice. Back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly to Trossard. Back to Gabriel. Back to Trossard. Back to Gabriel. Playing the ball between them. Ball to Rice, back to Saliba, to White. White, good ball into Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly turns, good ball into Rice. Rice coming forward, has numbers. Should go White to Trossard. Try to go to Trossard, but all intercepted. Lewis Kelly heads it down to Calafiori. Goes White to Trossard. Trossard has one-on-one. Has to take his man on. Delaying it. Beat him brilliantly. Should go far post now. Gokares is fall down in the box. Where is Eze? Eze, you walk too much. You need to move. Madueke looking to beat his man. Goes to White. White goes back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly goes out to Calafiori. Calafiori should go to Trossard. Trossard going to go back to Calafiori. He should. Try to turn. Calafiori inside to Gabriel. Gabriel to Saliba. Saliba to White. White back to Saliba. To Lewis Kelly. Back to Saliba. To Calafiori. All the way back. We're going backwards, people. Got to go forward. And Raya trying to go along. Here comes Madueke. As his man one-on-one. Robbins one-on, holding him. Turning brilliantly. Fouled him. Referee free kick to Arsenal. If Madueke got, that should be a yellow card actually. If he gotten away there, it would have been dangerous. Maybe to himself would have been dangerous. So if you just join us, we're in this 58 minutes of play. Arsenal 3, Fulham 0. Yeah, Robinson held him, tripped him. Good turn by Madueke. He's looking at Saka, I guess. Saka does that really well. Lewis Kelly played with so much composure. So much composure. His subtle passes in the middle, right pace, right with deftness to his teammate. So free kick to Arsenal, taken by Rice. Let's see what happens. Good free kick by Rice. A little bit over the top. Gokares has it. Yeah, Rice inside. Go to Rice. Go to Calafiori. Trying to a 1-2. Shot by Trossard. Not a lot of pace. Collected by Leno. Leno trying to go along. And has Ben White one-on-one. Here comes Raw into Smith Rowe. I'm sorry, into Reed. Into Lukic. Smith Rowe. Good ball between the line. Madueke fell asleep. Here comes Rice. That's Eze wide. Trying to go over the top. Forced ball by Rice. Forced ball. Look like Trossard may get it. Trossard with a really good play into Gabriel. Gabriel back to Raya. You just settle it down. Good play by White. Force the defense to move before we move. Raya coming forward. Going to go along. Trying to go over the top to find Gokares. Bassi won it. Yeah, I don't think Madueke or Eze does a good job of playing off Gokares. Because he's being held and the ball is bouncing up in the air and they're nowhere to collect that ricochet. And Raya decided to go along. We're in the 68th minute of play. Arsenal 3, Fulham 0. Here comes Fulham. Arsenal trying to do a soft press, I would call it. And a true press. They don't want to create too much lines between the three lines of defense. Here comes Anderson, just over the halfway line, in Arsenal's half. Arsenal has reset their defense, playing too deep though. Here comes Wilson, trying to go over the top. Really good pass into Chukwueze. Being trapped by Gabriel. And Wilson again. Good cross by Chukwueze. Ball played out like by Gabriel. Fulham pushing Arsenal back quite a bit. Maybe it's time for some changes. We need some legs. See Rice trying to break that up. We're tracking too slowly. Our tracking is slow. We could make some more changes. Players' legs get tired in the middle of second half because they played so much football this year. Apart from Calafiori and White and Saka, most of the other players have played a lot of football this year. Here comes Fulham again. Fulham dominating this possession in the second half. We're playing much slower second half. That becomes dangerous. You get complacent. They're not being penetrative, but they're getting closer and closer to the box. Now Smith on top of the box looking to shoot. Ball block. Cauliflower heads it out. Here comes Gokares. Rush tackle by, was it Anderson? Throw into Arsenal. You just joined us. We're in the 63rd minute of play. Arsenal scored 3 in the first half. Fulham making a triple change. It looked like Bob is coming on. What's this coming on? It's a triple change. Reed is off. Oscar Bob hasn't produced like I expect him to produce, though, for them. Chukwueze coming off. Is Wilson off also? They got Wilson. You know, it doesn't look happy at all. So King is on. Oh, Goker is coming off. Who's coming on for him? I assume it's Jesus. But that's a good change. Come Jesus, got to show that you deserve some playing time. Jesus is on. Rice is off also. So those are good changes. Zuamende is on. Zuamende in for Rice and Jesus in for Gokares. Let's see how Zuamende played the 6 now, because Rice played it really, really well. So we have less height in the middle, less physicality. Zuamende trying to find Jesus. His first pass needs some more pace on the ball. Should have been over the top too. So here comes Fulham. They beat the first line of the press. Fulham coming forward. Raya playing with people ball deep. Good move there by Saliba. Such a skilled player. Ball out to White. White coming forward. Jesus is in the middle. He could have given to Jesus, decided not to. Come on, Jesus. You have to want the ball, Jesus. Go get it. Lewis Kelly shielding, turning, going by 2 men, tripped up. That's what he does really well. Takes the ball, shield it, then goes by the player. So what happens, the defense is now scrambling, which is what we didn't have in the middle. Oh, come on, DJ Gigs. Come on, DJ Exquisite. Yeah, talk about. I've been calling for Lewis Kelly for a long time now to play the 8 and Rice to play the 6, given his range. We're playing well today. Lewis Kelly, good play out to Madueke. I think Goker is offside. Come on, go. I'm sorry, Jesus, is offside. It's a bad. Ben White, sorry. It's a bad offside by Ben White. There's no way he should be going behind the defense there. Here comes Bob. Bassi to Anderson. Fulham coming forward. They've got much more possession. They played much better in the second half. We need to reset again and come again, as I'm saying. Here comes Leno, plays it out. Arsenal trying to pressure. Ball is into Madueke. Madueke into Jesus. Oh, ball stuck under his feet. Wow. Got to put that away, Jesus. Got to put that away. Let's see what happened. Jesus was there. Madueke went to Madueke. Jesus was a little bit offside, actually. Probably just offside. Tried to control. He would have been, he's offside, yeah. Referee did call it. Linesman did call it. Barely offside, though. No need to offside there either. He's going to get the ball. Fulham has been better in the second half. Still haven't tested Raya, but the better second half. Here comes White into Eze, back to Saliba, back to Eze, back to Zuamende. Zuamende to White, to Lewis Kelly, out to White, My plays up the field to nobody. I think Lewis Kelly has been brilliant. You need to see more from SA in this game, though. Not in the game as much as one would like. Not really needed, but gotta keep building that confidence. If you just join us, we're in the 68 minute of play. Arsenal trying to win their first Premier League title in 22 years. They have a 6-point gap if this lead holds up on City, who have 2 games in hand. In terms of goal difference, they will now have a 4-goal difference, but obviously City has 2 games in hand. And they probably need to score as many goals as possible to maintain that difference. City, because if you come down to goals tied, City will win because they have the head-to-head. They have 1 to head-to-head. They got 4 points of those head-to-head. Here comes Arsenal. Gabriel out to Calafiori. Calafiori inside to... Oh, I think Jesus is offside again. Jesus, you're offside again. Don't wave your hand in the air. You're offside again. You're offside. We can see that a mile away. You're running like somebody who got no sense. Like, well, you know what? You haven't played football in a while. So maybe that's what it is. You're running. You're not running and looking. You're not looking where you are. You're not running slant. You're not running diagonal. You're running straight. Should be going offside. You run straight. Arsenal now applying the pressure high up the field. Or they were having passive pressure. Ball played up, trying to find Madueke out of bounds, throwing to Arsenal. Throwing to Fulham, sorry. 69 minutes of play. We have 21 minutes in regular time left. Arsenal up by 3 goals to 0. Arteta is going crazy on the sideline. He needs more energy. He needs more push. We have slacked off in the second half. It's not the same Arsenal team. Smith Rowe coming forward. They beat the press. Beat 3 men with 1 pass. Ball out to... Fulham going wide. They have help on the right. It's Oscar Bob. Bob probably going to come all the way back. He does. Here come Fulham. Ball played out to Anderson. He goes inside Smith Rowe. Good tackle by Arsenal. Madueke fouled him on the edge of the box. Not a smart foul by Madueke. Really bad foul by Madueke in a really dangerous area. Not sure what Madueke was doing. Yeah, it's a bad foul. And Jesus come on the people's field and just start offside. Like, I don't know what it's about, actually. You come on the field, you look like you're not ready to play, probably sulking. But if you want to score and impress the coach, you can't be turning the ball over, because when you're offside, it's a turnover, people. Your first 3 ball you run down, 2 of them you're offside. That doesn't make sense. It's in a dangerous position. Maybe not enough room to go over, but it's a dangerous position. Let's see what happened. Raw's going to take it. Blocked again by Arsenal. It's a corner to Fulham. That was Carney and Jimenez taking those shots. Ball headed down by Gabriel. And then on the back of Calafiori, corner to Fulham. Arsenal doesn't have enough size in the box. I don't like that. We have some of those between Lewis Kelly, Zubimendi. Those 2 midfielders are like 2 foot tall. And some physical players there from Fulham. Dangerous kick. Ball headed out by, look like it's Gabriel as usual. Ball headed out again. Here comes Fulham. Oh, brilliant shot there by, that was Bassi? That was close. No, that wasn't Bassi. That was Lukic, actually. Ball was headed up. Gabriel went to head it up, and it was a really good save by Raya, actually. Luckily, didn't ricochet into the path of the oncoming Fulham player. That was dangerous. Lewis Kelly on the ball. Goes inside to Zubimendi. Not a good pass by Lewis Kelly. And I'm not sure what Saliba is doing. We're playing with the ball down there, people. We're playing with the ball. I don't know what we're doing. We're playing with the ball in areas we don't need to. Putting ourselves under pressure. And we're not creating enough space so the ball can be played in a tight space so you can turn. Look like Jimenez is going to come off. And who's coming on for him? Must be Muniz. Yep, that's a change. Second half, we have not played well. Like a tale of two halves. First half, we dominated with bombarding their goals. Second half, I'm not sure what we're doing. Here comes Fulham again. I'm sure the percentage have changed in the second half in terms of possession stats. We are really touching the ball. Ball over the top, trying to find. Not sure who we're trying to find on that, but it's going to be out of bounds and goal kick to Arsenal. We have to regroup. We have to regroup. Not playing well second half at all. That ball was trying to find King over the top. We need to regroup. Something is amiss. First half, we dominated possession. We dominated everything. Second half, it's a whole tale of two different halves. We can't get on the ball. We can't keep the ball. Now Rice is off, and he's that engine in the middle and that comfort, but you have to do better. Jesus being fouled out. Saliba coming forward. Good turn by Saliba into White. All the back to Raya. Raya looking to go long and does. Over the top, trying to find Jesus. And Leno is there to collect. We can't keep the ball. We're just playing defense now. '75th minute. We're in the 75th minute. So 74-20. Arsenal 3, Fulham 0. Arsenal trying to press now. And look at Madueke in a position, just daydreaming. When you press people, if you don't play your role in the press, you create problems for your team. Fouled by Saliba, which was not warranted. Didn't have to foul him there. Gabriel would have won that ball. Here comes Fulham. Why is Madueke that far inside? There's nobody outside the cover. Now he's got to go scramble. And that 1-2 pass just beat us easily. Why was Madueke that where he was? Out of position. Here comes Fulham. Turn the ball over. Back to Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. We got to settle down. We're not playing our normal possession game. First half, we dominated possession 63%. This half, we can't keep the ball. And Raya keeps going long. And there's nobody to receive it. Bassi and Anderson have no pressure because we're not pressuring them. Eze heads it over to Jesus. And Jesus stopped running. Jesus looked like he doesn't want to play. If you don't want to play, come off high field, my youth. Here comes Bassi. No pressure. Plays the ball on the line to Smith Rowe. Good shot by Smith Rowe. Out of bounds. Goal kick to Arsenal. Jesus, the ball bounced off him. It looked like he doesn't want to play. He just does start walking. If you're out there sulking, Jesus, go back on the bench. You're not impressing the boss by sulking. The gaffer by sulking. Smith Rowe is down. Look like he's hurt. You know Smith Rowe is a walking injured player. I think Smith Rowe hurt himself when he shot the ball. Such a fragile player. If you just join us, we're in the second half of the Arsenal 35th Premier League game. After this game, they'll have 3 remaining. And not the most difficult games either. Except West Ham may be difficult. And we see Max Dowman may be coming on. Oh, is he coming on for? Should be an interesting one. So Jesus came on. Madueke came on. Must be Trossard then. I would assume. Oh, Eze coming off. Okay. Eze didn't have the best game day at the office, to be honest. Not the best day at the office. He was okay today. Nothing differential. So Eze off of Daman. Daman get a chance to strut his stuff. He's been missing in action for a little while. Hasn't got much game time. So we've taken off Rice, we have taken off Eze, we've taken off Gokares. You know all three are playing on Tuesday. And here comes Daman. So Daman get to play what I think is his favorite position is in the 10. I think next year Daman will be a regular. Not sure who he's going to play for in terms of whose position or which role he's going to take, but he's going to be on the field quite a bit next year. Smith Rowe is off. Smith Rowe is so injury prone. So no Nkapi today, no Mascara today. Nkapi will probably play on Tuesday, even though he's not as good going forward as Calafiori. But it's good that Calafiori can play a whole game without getting injured. That's a challenge for him. Rye's distribution has gone awry. Smith Rowe is getting a big hand from the Arsenal crowd. Player they embrace a lot, actually. Here comes Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly coming forward. Good ball into Daman. Daman coming forward. Daman has a chance to go wide. Goes wide to Madueke. Got to come back on his left foot. Go back to Daman. Daman trying to beat two men in the box. Daman turns it over. He had the easy pass and then he turns it over. Good block by Zuamende out to Madueke. Madueke coming forward. She just got on the wing and cross in the box. Yep, he does. Cross it, trying to find Jesus. Ball headed out by Fulham. Corner to Arsenal. Good play by Madueke. Come on, Daman. You don't have to dribble all the time. You can pass the ball. DJ Cruiser says, Kranky, I see that you're supporting your second place team. Well, no, we're in first. We're in first. We're not second. We're in first place. DJ Exquisite. Get your facts right. Get your facts right. Corner to Arsenal. We haven't scored a set piece in a while, apart from that one against Newcastle, which wasn't a traditional set piece. We need to start going back to scoring set piece goals. That get us much more comfortable. Come on, Arsenal. Good corner by Madueke. Goal. Oh, ball hit the crossbar from Calafiori again. Wow. That was close. Lewis Kelly coming forward like he normally does. Trossard, the ball, turns, plays the Calafiori, got fouled. Free kick to Arsenal. It's one thing Lewis Kelly does. He shields the ball well, but sometimes too much. He's very comfortable in tight areas, though. The ball actually headed down by Calafiori, hit the head of Leno. Leno's head saved the goal. And hit the crossbar. Wow. That was close. That should have been another goal. We haven't scored in the second half, you know. That's not good. But Lewis Kelly out to Trossard. Trossard inside to Lewis Kelly. Poor pass by Trossard. Here comes Fulham. Trossard needs to foul him to stop the play. It's a really horrible pass by Trossard. Fulham coming forward. This is Bassi. He stopped the play. Not a good play by him. Ball won by Zuman, by Dahlman. Throw into Arsenal. If you just join us, we're in the 82nd minute of play. This is the watch-along of Arsenal. We're live versus Fulham. Arsenal leading by 3-0. All goals scored in the first half. 2 by Gokares, 1 by Saka. Saka moved at halftime. It looked for precautionary reasons. Didn't get any information to say that he's been injured. Smart move by Arteta. It's about time he start making those moves. He has quality on his bench. Fulham trying to press. Muniz press. Raya going long. Trying to find Trossard. Ball headed out. Throw into Arsenal. Deep in Fulham's territory. We're in the 82nd minute of play. Colin Quest, bless up Colin. Thanks for the super chat. We're gonna have a change. Mosquera gonna come on, maybe for Ben White. Thanks for the super chat, Colin Quest. How you doing? How you doing, Colin? Everything all right? Thanks for supporting the channel as usual. Appreciate it. People, you can become a member of the Kranky Live channel, or the Balance View channel. Just subscribe for membership. Membership is only about, I think what I charge, $3 something. It's not expensive. And YouTube tickets 45%, so I don't get much. Mosquera is on for Ben White. We're in the 83rd minute of play. Arsenal 3 says Trossard playing the entire game. He ain't playing Tuesday. You know who's not playing Tuesday. Yeah, Trossard is going to play all 90 whatever minutes. Ball played down the line to Jesus. Jesus trying to shield it. Out of bounds, throwing to Arsenal. I need to get the ball to Dalman in front of the goal. By the way, people, if you're watching the stream and you haven't hit the like button, please do so. We'd appreciate it. Jesus will stand up in offside position. Jesus is playing lazy today. This is not him. He's playing lazy, almost like he's injured. Bassi just roughing up Madueke. Pushing him off the ball. 84th minute. Arsenal 3, Fulham 0. We can't afford to give up a goal, Arsenal. So we need another goal. Second half, haven't been as good as the first half. Here come Oscar Bob. Bob into Muniz, who turned. Good play by Calafiori to win the ball. Played out by Gabriel. Yes, Dr. Don. Bless Dr. Don. Yes, we're 6 points clear. Here comes Arsenal. Dalman. Oh, Dalman playing selfish. Dalman, you're playing selfish. Pass the darn ball. I don't care if you're 15 or 16 or not. You dribble the ball away forward. You come forward. You have options. You have Madueke out wide. I guess he couldn't see it there. He turned his man brilliantly. If he just rolled the ball into Madueke, he's in on goal. But I guess he couldn't see that from there. It wasn't a bad shot either, but he was surrounded by 5 players, basically. Throw into Arsenal. We're in the 85th minute. Arsenal 3, or 3. Big 3. Fulham 0. All the goals scored in the first half. 2 by Gyökeres, 1 by Saka. Calafiori with a throw in. Throw it down the line, Calafiori. Don't throw the ball across the field. I don't like players doing that. Throw the ball down the line. Saliba into Zubimendi. Lewis Kelly out to Gabriel to Zubimendi. To Trossard, back to Gabriel. Lewis Kelly up top. Here comes Trossard. Across the field has Dalman. Good ball into that bad ball by Dalman. More pace and Madueke is in. Come on, Dalman, do better. More pace in that ball and Madueke is in. Ball played out. Fulham now has possession in their own half. Looking to come forward. We're in the 86th minute of play. 4 minutes of regular time remaining. Arsenal leading by 3-0. Here comes Fulham. Raya has made, one save today? Really good save, actually. Here comes Fulham. Really good play by Saliba to check Asap Bob, who was trying to go between, trying to get the ball in the space, and he was eased out by Saliba. If you just join us, it's Arsenal versus Fulham. And by the way, people, I'm doing a show this evening. It should be a good show. I'm going to talk about the relays, World Relays. I'm going to talk about NBA. I'm going to talk about EPL. I'm going to talk about Jamaica football, a juicy topic. So come join me this evening. I haven't decided what time yet. I want to watch a Philly game, Philly against Boston, but I may have to just do my show and watch the first half of the game. Jesus gets bottom. Jesus look like he doesn't want to play. He's just out there taking up space. Energy's not there. The pressure is not. Look at him, just a walk and just a jog. Here comes Fulham. 8 minute. Fulham trying to go over the top. But Saliba is there as usual. Fulham has offered basically nothing today. Apart from the one shot, which I've set piece, they've already offered nothing. And we should have scored more goals. We weren't as composed as we should be in the second half at all. I'm sure Arteta must not be happy with the second half performance. Hit the like button, people, if you haven't done so yet. Please do so. Silva, who is the coach for Fulham, doesn't look happy. They play Bournemouth next, then they have Wolves, and they finish with Newcastle. Tough finish. Wolves may be an easier game, but the rest of the fixture is tough. Raya's distribution has gone awry. Distribution has been poor second half. Just trying to get the ball downfield. Here comes Fulham. Again. Oscar Bob against Calafiori. Goes inside. He turns Jesus really well. Jesus recovered. Here comes Bassi with a really good pass inside. Lewis Kelly pressures his man. Ball played out wide. Good play by Saliba. Goal kick to Arsenal. Really good play by Saliba. My center halves, boy, are Rolls Royce. Cover quickly, cover well. Look at this by Saliba. Just blocked him. Win that ball. That was Saliba against the youngster. King. Come on now, Raya. Kick the ball in the middle of the park. Try to get Jesus down the line. Your distribution has not been great. But head on to Jesus. Jesus trying to play it over the top to Mascara. Bad foul, Mascara. You can't foul him, Mascara. You can't foul him. Just allow him. He's not going anywhere. You can't foul him. Not smart. We're in the 90th minute of play. Arsenal finishes the game from the first half, and they took the rest of the second half off. So did Fulham. We're in the 90th minute, or 91st minute. There are 4 minutes of extra time. So Arsenal will go 6 points clear at the top of the table. City, the ball is in your hands. Here you go. And City has 6 more games to play. Arsenal have, they have 5 more games to play. Arsenal has 3. Foul against Dalman. Free kick to Arsenal. 91st minute. Score tied. I'm not tied. Why am I keep saying score tied? Arsenal 3, Fulham 0. Arsenal fans are excited. Conrad, why are you saying haha, Conrad? Elaborate. Explain. Gabriel looking to go long. Doesn't want to play short. We're in the 92nd minute of play. 3 minutes remaining. Can blow it off, ref. Ball over the top trying to find Jesus. Ball out of bounds. Throw into Arsenal. Throw into Fulham, sorry. Yes, King, I agree. Good shift. Finish the game in the first half and then relax second half. Here comes Fulham. Fulham have broken away. Really good stop by Mascara. That was their one chance to score. Lewis Kelly out to Mascara. Coming forward. Well, by Madueke. That was Fulham's one chance to score. They made really bad decisions. Bad decision. Lewis Kelly getting dispossessed. That's his weak point, actually. Not knowing he's cheating sometimes. Madueke has it. Good pass by Madueke out to Trossard. Trossard looking to beat this man. Trossard, good move by Trossard and cross the far post. Over the head off Max Dowman. Throw into Fulham. Well, no. One by Dowman. By Mascara to Dowman. Dalman shielding the ball, being pushed. Dalman goes inside. Ball by Jesus. Ball out of bounds. Is that a free kick to Fulham? Yep. Bassey's down. Not sure what the story is that. Jesus looked like he doesn't want to play. I don't know what the story is, but it looks like he doesn't want to play. I don't think Jesus was offside. I don't know they call that. We have a minute and 6 seconds remaining. I'm gonna finish the stream as it finish, people. Gotta go prepare for my next show. My man of the match is Gokares. Has to be 2 goals and 1 assist. Has to be. It's between Gokares and Saka. I'm gonna give it to Gokares. But there are some noble candidates. Lewis Kelly was brilliant. So it's between Saka, Gokares, Lewis Kelly. My 2 center halves were great. But it has to be Gokares. We have 2 goals and then a brilliant assist. A subtle assist, which is not in his repertoire, but he brought it out. Has to be him. I think he gets a 9.5. I think Saka gets a 9. Saka only played 1 half. A goal and an assist. So, no. I don't think anybody really played bad today, actually. Ben White had some interesting moments. Thought Lewis Kelly was brilliant. Rice is his normal Rice. 7, 8 out of 10. My 2 center halves are brilliant as usual. We have 10 seconds remaining. Referee's going to blow it off now. Today has been a brilliant day. The title race is truly on. And we're in a good place. We're not in driver's seat, but we're in a good place. That 3-0 is good. That's 4-0. Game is over. Well done to the Arsenal. Well done to the Arsenal. Arsenal on 76 points. And looking good. 76 points. Manchester City on 70. The goal difference. Why are they putting 67 versus 66? We have a goal difference of 70. I'm looking at a chart here on the screen. I think they forgot to update the goal difference. I'm sorry, goal difference is 4. Okay, that's fine. Goal difference is 4. And they have 2 more games to play. So they have a chance. They're coming from behind, but we have the points, so it's a good thing. All right, everyone. I truly appreciate you being here. Before you leave, hit the like button. I am back this evening. I don't know what time yet, but I'm back this evening. It's going to be a really good show. It'll be a call. We have a lot of call into the show. We have topics to discuss. We have track and field to discuss. We have basketball to discuss. We have EPL to discuss. And Jamaica football. The men's, not the women. Women are not giving any trouble. Thank you, King Duck. Thanks for being here, everybody. Join me tonight. I should say tonight versus this evening, because maybe about 9 o'clock. I'm thinking about 9 o'clock or 8:30, somewhere around them time there. We can have some conversations, some discussions, some engagement about the sports for the weekend so far. Obviously, tomorrow to come. Man City plays Everton tomorrow. That should be a good game. It's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't think I'm going to do a coverage of that game, but I'm looking forward to it. And Spurs play Aston Villa tomorrow. Now, West Ham lost today, didn't they? So West Ham losing. If Spurs win, I think they'll be 1 point ahead of West Ham, if I'm not wrong on the table. Let's see. Spurs trade West Ham by 2 points. If Spurs beat Villa, which I doubt, they'll be a point ahead of West Ham. Nottingham Forest has 39. Spurs has 34. So it's relegation fight is still there. Jargons, you come late as usual. Typical Fortis. Thanks for being here, sir. As you come in, Jargons, hit the like button. I'm not going to go through any stats for this game. All I'm going to say is I'll be back later, people. So come join me. We're going to have some fun. And peace out. See ya.